Welcome back to Jabba'S Bricks and another episode of Building Jabba'S Palace, and we're going to be starting off with our usual, doing some rock work. So I want to try and build up a little bit more of this and see how we get on with it. It'd be quite nice to make a start on getting rid of some of these exposed colours as well, just putting a couple of slopes up against it with some plates. I'm not going to do all of the finer detail. I'm going to do that towards the end once I know exactly what sort of stories we're going to be having on there. And it would be quite nice as well to make a start on the sarlacc pit, but whether or not I do that this week or not, I'm not sure. We'll just see how we get on. Hopefully we'll get around to getting that roof on the joy torturing. It'd be quite nice to get that bit done as well. But there's so many little jobs that I want to get done, so it might be a little bit of a bitty week this week. And things like the axle that's down there, we got longer axles in there. We want to put the smaller ones in, so there's not as much give in the axles. It twists quite a lot before the cogs actually move. So yeah, anyway, let's get those bricks out. Let's start on that rock work. And just thought I'd check in and show you a progress report on the rock work. And as you can see, if I pan out here, we've got a lot done. So we've covered over the mechanism where the throne sort of like goes in and out, and it's coming on really nice. I'm pleased with how much of this we managed to get done. And the good thing is I've still got a fair few of the slopes there left, so I reckon we're going to get the majority of this all done in the way that I'm building it. So obviously I've got loads of random bricks and other little slopes and things like that. So yeah, we'll keep our fingers crossed that we'll get the majority of it done. Whether or not it's all in this update or not, I'm not sure, but we're going to carry on building a little bit more of the rock work along here, and then once we've done a bit more, we'll then turn our attentions over to a couple of the other jobs on the mock. I've decided to raise these walls up by a couple of bricks. It was something I was originally going to do, then I decided against it, and now I've decided I am definitely going to do it. That way I can now plate this all off. I was able to get to the Lego store yesterday, and I've got yet more filler brick and yet more filler plate. So the 2x8 plates that we've been using here, 2x2 bricks. So I can get all of this section all sort of like supported once I've got this roof on here. So we're going to concentrate on getting that bit done now, get that all plated off over the top there, then we can put all the bricks all the way around it. The one part that I was unfortunately unable to get are these masonry bricks, the 4x1 in the tan colour, so we're a little bit stuck on that side because it means I can't do the side walls around this end and here. Whether or not I've got enough tan bricks, I'm not sure. Obviously the priority for the tan bricks is the actual palace itself at this moment in time, so we'll get the support structure all built up and we can still plate off the top of it. We just have to leave the row plates along the edge there. But anyway, let's get this all plated off, and then we'll make a start on getting those support beams all put in. And we have the roof on the joy torturing, so it's all in there, and the good thing is I can get my hand in there easily enough to make any amendments, put any minifigures in there and things like that. So, and also when you look in here, it doesn't matter, the roof is a little bit higher than say the other rooms around here. I think it makes much difference to the overall aesthetic of the build. We managed to build up the entire support structure here as well. So this is on 3 plates here. That plate there is just a decorative one on the edge. So the actual roof itself is just the 3 plates thick. And we put a few Technic beams in as well to cover some voids so that we can get plenty of the supports at the regular intervals as we have done across here. Now we've got all of this to this height at the moment. It's probably going to be coming up to about here, but what I want to do, I want to see exactly how high this is going to be to start with, and then I'll put more levels on here of filler brick and filler plate, and then as I said in a previous episode, we're going to make that just like tape upwards on there. So yeah, all coming on nicely, but now we've got that section done, we can concentrate on a different part of the mock. And we're back around this side of the mock, so we're going to start off by changing out these axles in here, making them smaller, using more of the joints so there's a little bit less flex in there, and hopefully that'll make the throne move out and in a little bit easier. And also we've got some dark brown tiles now, so we're going to pull the door out as well, tile that all off. So once all of those are done, we can brick off this entire section over here once we've got the stairs in, so we can do a little bit more of that. So I think we're going to be concentrating on this section to start with. Man, I love Technic. I really have got to start building Technic sets. This mechanism here was not running at all smoothly enough. It was just sticking too much. And I think what was happening was the cog was pushing down too much on here. There was too much pressure being put on. So I've discovered that by putting one plate on top of this brick here, and then putting another Technic brick, we can use this large axle, and it's the actual perfect fit for this mechanism to work, so it all runs a lot smoother. So what I need to now do is put another one of those large gears this side, and then connect another gear here, and then make sure it all connects up to a gear on the end of this axle here, which in turn goes all the way along here to the end where the handle's going to be. So yeah, we're just going to sort all that out, and we'll check back in once we've done so. Job done. So we've added some wheels onto the end of the platform here, put a couple of plates one either side on the runners, and when this comes out there's just a little bit of give just there, so it's springing, and it's enough for these cogs to be able to move, or these gears to move really smoothly. So we've changed all of these down here, so we've got a lot smaller axles in there again, so there's no flex in there. So now when we rotate it, it's just a nice smooth motion, whereas before it was juddering like nobody's business. So really pleased with how that's come out. So now we've got that all sorted out, I can rebuild up everything along here, tile off this door, and then once that's done and we've put the steps in, we can complete that entire section around there and get it built back up to how it should be. So let's get to it. And here is the door for the rankle pit, and as you can see, we've tiled it all over. We didn't have a 2x1 in dark tan, so we just used a reddish brown ingot there, and don't mind it at all. I think it just breaks it up a little bit. And yeah, we didn't have enough to do the entire of the back side of this, but the top bit here is the only bit I was a little bit concerned about, because the archway will go over that. This bit here I can get to easily, so I can now place that in place, and it'll be all good. It doesn't show up that well light-wise at the moment because there's no light coming through to the rankle pit, but let's show you what it does look like. And as you can see at the moment, it's just very dark in there, so you can't really see the detail or the light on there, but it'll be okay once we've got it all finished. After hours and hours and hours, we have finally got the rockwork done the whole way along here. You can still see a few bits of the coloured brick, filler brick through there. Haven't finished touching that up yet. Even sort of like around here, we will do all of these little bits, but I need to build the brick wall along the end here and so I know how that's going to be before I start doing the rockwork design around there. And the same on here. Once we've got the slope coming up, we'll be able to finalise the look on the top there. Mrs. Dubsy Bricks was in Dublin yesterday, and Mark provides some great customer service there, and has actually managed to, she spent a whole 2 hours just getting me some of the 1x4 masonry bricks in light tan. And we have got 3 cups of masonry bricks and dark tan tiles and a couple other little bits just to fill the cups up, so we can get some serious work done on the mock now. So let's get to it. And we're just checking in one final time for this update, and here it is. It's been such a productive week, but I feel like I haven't had a lot that I could put in the video, which is a little bit disappointing. Obviously we spent so long doing this rock work, and I'm really pleased with the end result, how it's come out. Obviously it's not finished, as you can see there's little areas here and there where we need to do finer touches, and especially down here we need to finish that section off. We've managed to build up the whole of this wall here and around the side there as well now, so this is all ready now to be blended in up to the entrance to where the palace will be once we've got that palace throne room actually built. So that's all really good. The other thing as well, we've now got the mechanism here running so smoothly as well, which is all good. So we can now concentrate on the throne room itself as well, which is a positive step. One thing I would like to start working on next week is the sarlacc, but it'd be nice to work out whether or not this is something we can get done successfully in this small space that we've got here, because it's not even a 32x32 base plate. So I'm hoping we can. If needs be, I could go over a little bit further, but I did want to leave that sort of like trench there free, so I could sort of like do some sort of like little scenes in there, whether it's Tusken Raiders attacking somebody, Jabba'S with a droid on their shoulder, or pod racers zooming past. But we've got this entire area down here that we can do stuff with, and if we want to, we can add more rocks in just to sort of like tell those few extra stories on there. Obviously, there's a long way to go with this MOC. We've sort of like haven't even started the sort of like main works of the throne room, let alone all the buildings that go on the top. We've still got like the details down the far end there to do as well. But it's coming on. It's swallowing the bricks like crazy and loving every second of it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the update. If you have, please remember to give us a big thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, please hit that subscribe button. Really important for the channel to grow. And hit that notification bell so you can be kept up to date with any future content on the channel. Share it with your family and friends. And yeah, thanks for popping on by. See you next time. Bye for now.